taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance.
Welcome to the Speaker Circle, where we're a safe place to come and gather virtually to share resources, ask questions, and receive monthly training to build our speaker profile. Whether you're a new emerging speaker or you're an advanced speaker, we invite all to come here. Join us today on Facebook at My Speaker Circle. See you soon. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Can you believe it's already another month? It's another month of training. I am so excited to be here. Again, hello, my name is Lanice McGee. I am your host here at the Speaker Circle, and I'm so excited to bring you another month of training, to bring you another month of information, the things that you need to grow your speaker's business. Are you guys ready for today? I'm ready for today. I get so excited about the different information that we're able to bring to this platform, the information that we're able to bring to you to grow your business, right? And so as speakers, you know that it's not just about being a speaker, but it's about growing your business as a speaker. And so I was really excited today for the guests that we have coming because they have grown their business as a couple. And I'm all about the love boat. All right. But this is not just about love, but this is about the love for your business. And they have done that as a couple. So today, that is what we're going to talk about. We are definitely going to talk about growing your business. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that across so you guys can see what we are going to talk about. How to build a business without breaking the bank, y'all. Ooh, people always ask about this. They say, I don't have a lot of funds. How can I do it? How can I start a business, and you can do it. And they are going to tell you today how they've done it. In fact, there's 3 things that they're going to tell you how you can launch your business with less than $1,000. Some of y'all didn't got that money, them taxes. So I know y'all got that in the bank. Come on and let's use it where you can invest it and grow it into yourself, into your business. How you can get capital and how getting capital to you without taking out a line of credit, and using what you have to get what you need. Using what you have to get what you need. Ladies, we've heard this before, but we're talking about a business right now. Come on. Let's keep it focused, y'all. Let's keep it focused on what we're talking about here. We're talking about growing your business. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about the couple that is going to share with us today. We are going to be talking to Mr. and Mrs. Dwayne and Chanel Hall. Dwayne and Chanel Hall. So when they come on, y'all got to show some hearts and give some love so they know that you here. They know y'all in the place. Okay, they are celebrating. They just celebrated 19 years of marriage, you guys. Woo! Let's give it up. Some of us can't stand each other for 19 minutes, but they've been together for 19 years. Not only that, they have been in business together for 14 years. So they have been doing business together for 14 years. So I would say they have leveled a mastery in business. So they have something to share with you. Not only that, they have 4 beautiful children that they also have in business with them. Isn't that amazing? I think that we're going to learn a few things today. They are on a mission, you guys, a mission to empower melanated families into leadership and entrepreneurship. You guys, are you ready to hear what they have? Their vision is to develop thriving community through the power of group economics. Ooh, I love group economics, community economics. We can do so much more if we would learn how to leverage our dollars, you guys. Come on. It's enough for all of us, honey. It's enough for all of us. Anyway, it's time to learn. It's time to grow. And make sure as they're talking, if there's any questions that you have, make sure you put those in the chat box because we want to make sure that at the end, we are able to answer some of your questions. So without further ado, let's give it up for tonight's speakers, Mr. and Mrs. Hall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lanice, and thank
you.
you so much to the Circle
Yes.
platform that we are on today. The Speaker
We
Circle
are
platform.
so excited to have you both on. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step off the stage because the stage is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all for having us here tonight. I'm Chanel.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we are Power Couples in Business. At least that's what everybody else calls us. So we started just calling ourselves that. But yeah, like Lenny said, you know, we've been married 19 years.
In January.
Yes,
We
that
just
just passed.
celebrated.
We're about to celebrate our 20th anniversary, so we're renewing our vows.
Yes.
We've been in business for over 14 years together. We've been high school sweethearts, so we've been together for almost 25 years. Yes, we have 4 children, ages 2 to all the way up to 17. And, you know, we've been on this entrepreneurship journey pretty much our whole lives. You know, we met in high school, and in high school, we both knew that we wanted to work for ourselves. We got married when we was 20 and 22. And, you know, we just kept with the entrepreneurship grind. So, yeah, pretty much. When did we start our journey? 2007. 2007, we started our entrepreneurship journey. We had this bright idea to start making T-shirts, and you know, it went well. It went well. We as soon as we launched it, we had this big festival to work out of. And we live in New York. We did it down in DC. And the long story short, we sold like $500 worth of merchandise. And considering we were charging $20 a pop, $500 wasn't bad. But the thing is that we spent about $500 to launch the event. So we ended up breaking even.
Not bad for a first timer though.
We didn't have a website because we knew nothing about websites back then.
We didn't know much about business, period.
Back then, you used to be able to, you know, you had to actually know how to code. Yeah. And he was in school doing coding, so he would like try to like create our website. It was a mess. It wasn't the way it is now, where you. It
was functional.
Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't pretty.
Now it's like templates. You just go on, you know, GoDaddy or whatever, and they have a template website. It wasn't like that. So we had to like figure things out on our own, and we had nobody to teach us, nobody to guide us. So that business wasn't profitable because we knew nothing about marketing. Again, we had no mentorship.
We just worked it like the mindset that I had back then was, okay, we didn't have any mentors in business, so the only thing we knew was employees. So we try to create our own job and call it a business, if that makes sense.
Pretty much.
If it could pay the bills and yeah, if it could pay the bills, that was pretty much.
We got a line of credit.
Yeah.
Because back then they were giving out business credit like water. So we got credit. We took a loan out from the bank. Man,
bought all this stuff.
We spent up all our money trying to buy the latest equipment, the best technology, and all this stuff, and made no money. After that $500, we made no money after that. So,
maybe like $40.
Yeah. And that was from my mama. My mama supported us. And you know, and that was pretty much it. So we kind of like put that on the shelf for a little while. And then 2013, yeah. We tried it again. We're like, you know, all right, we're going to do this again. We learned and we're going to do this again.
Took us some time to recover from that first try.
So we opened up a unisex beauty salon, barbershop, and hair salon in one. We got a location. You know, we got our equipment. We went and got secondhand equipment. So we didn't buy it, you know, new this time. We didn't take out any credit, but the location was bad. And we knew it wasn't the best location going in, but we was like, well, let's try it anyway. And, you know, again, we didn't really have anybody like guiding us and teaching us, you know, the ins and out of the industry. So, you know, again, we had to close our doors because hardly no one came. It wasn't enough to keep the lights on. So we closed that doors again. And then what?
Third time's a charm?
Third time's a charm. So in 2018, we tried it again. But this time in 2016, we did something a little bit different. And we found some mentors.
Yes.
Yeah, we finally found some mentors that, you know, knew about business and entrepreneurship, and they started to teach us. And, they started to, and one thing that we learned is that successful entrepreneurs love helping other entrepreneurs. All you have to
Absolutely.
do is ask, and they'll tell you. They'll give you everything you need to know so that you can be successful, because it's a community where you want to see everybody win. So in 2016, we got some mentors, and we were like, okay. So we spent the next 2 years developing our craft and working on ourselves. Yep, mentorship is very important.
Learning to not go out and spend all this money up front,
Mhm.
because we thought the more money you spend up front, then the better your product you're going to have, and you're going to make a lot of money. But it doesn't work like that,
It
right?
really doesn't.
So, like Chanel said, with that mentorship, we learn the business of business, right? And the business of business includes keeping costs low.
hmm So in 2018, we tried it again.
Yes.
And this time we started a children's entertainment business.
So it was her bright idea.
And so, so we started, and and we got the idea because we were hosting our children's birthday parties since they were really little. Everybody loved it, and we decided, let's do this as a thing. So we mapped out the idea of what we wanted it to look like, and then, one of the things we're gonna start giving y'all some of the jewels on what we did. So one of the things that we did this time, we were like, we're not gonna go, spend up all of our money and take out all these loans and things like that.
No loans.
What we did, we priced all the items that we needed to run our business.
We were doing like packages.
Right. So I knew that I wanted, we wanted a bounce house, popcorn,
Cotton candy,
those type of things. So I put a package together, and, we started marketing to people that we knew and things like that. And we were like, okay, this package costs, I don't know, $500. And then once we put it out there, we started to get business. Well, we started to get people that was interested. So this is what I call bluffing. That's the first step. You want to bluff, right? So we said, hey, we have this bounce house, this, that, whatever. And once people express interest and they said, yes, you know what, we want to book you for the date, they go ahead and they gave us their deposit. They paid for the event beforehand.
And the deposit was non-refundable.
Correct. So once we got the deposit and it was non-refundable, we now took that money and invested in the business to buy the equipment that we needed,
mm-hmm.
so that we can host their party. Now, they never knew we didn't have it. That's what I call bluffing. They didn't know we didn't have it. We just told them, hey, this is what we can give you. They paid us for it, and we turned around and used their money to buy the equipment that we needed to now host their party.
And within a couple months, we had all that we needed.
Correct. And with a couple months, we were able to, do that a couple of times, and then we were able to have everything that we needed for, not everything, but enough to just get us going. So the first thing is bluffing. Make sure make sure your bluff game is strong.
Poker face.
So fast forward a little bit. So we did that for a little while, and business started to take off, and then we were able to get like a space, and we end up paying for overhead and things like that. But that was, it was fine.
And even with the space, we didn't rush into that like we did with the barbershop. We subleased somebody else's space that was another business owner, and they didn't have enough traffic. So we bought out a couple days, just a couple days out the week, where we could just test our product to see if people would support. And They started supporting.
Yes.
And the more they started supporting and coming in numbers, now we were like, okay, it got to a point within a year?
Yep, within a year.
Within a year?
Yep.
Where we outgrew.
Actually, it was less than a year.
Yeah,
it was about 6 months.
We outgrew the couple of days that that business owner could afford to sublease us, and then we went out and got our own space.
Well, no, first, before we did that, she offered us to be at the space part-time.
Right.
So we were doing like 1 or 2 days a week, and for like 2 hours, actually we were doing like 4 hours a week.
Right.
We were doing 4 hours a week. We were renting out the space for 4 hours a week. Then after 6 months, our volume was growing. So she was like, hey, you know what? Because we were looking to rent out our own space. So she offered us to, she charged us not that much, but it was a decent amount of money to use the space 3.5 days out of the week. And she used it the other 3.5 days. So, that was pretty good because then we didn't have to
And it
pay
was a
for
win-win.
storage space.
Because
Correct.
we were attracting so much attention, and her business was a children's based business
hmm
that our clientele spilled over into her business and would support her business. So it was a win-win for both of us.
Which brings us to the next point. Use what you have. Use what you already have in order to grow your business. So, sometimes we think because people are in our industry that we shouldn't work with them. And to be honest with you, I would say throw that idea out the window 100%.
It'll
If
slow you down.
somebody's in your business, in your industry, absolutely work with them, especially if what they can do can complement what it is that you do. Because two heads are better than one, and it's less work that you have to do in the long run. Now, you don't have to work as hard to grow your business because you have somebody else it's not your partner. You guys have your own business, but you have an equal interest in that opportunity for the moment, which is you both want to be successful. You both want to make money. So you do what's both of you guys going to do what's necessary for the betterment of that opportunity.
And just to give an example of that, we were in the children's entertainment / birthday party business, right? A lot of times people would want decorations.
Mm-hmm.
So we networked with someone else that did decorations as a business. And then we formed an agreement, you know what I mean? So that now if the decorations person comes across someone that calls her, but they don't have a space, then she would reach out to us. If someone called her and they needed one of the services that we provided, the bounce house or the cotton candy and stuff, she would send them to us, and vice versa. If anyone booked us for a party, we actually included her in our packages, but no one knew that it was another company.
Correct.
Because you don't have to say that. You know what I mean? That's an arrangement between
Exactly.
the two business owners.
They call that white labeling.
Yeah, white label.
Yep.
Right?
White label is when you use someone else's business under your umbrella and you don't mention their name, but you do use their services. It's called white labeling.
And it makes sure that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I know a brother right now, and for the sake of protecting the investment, I'm not gonna get into specifics, but he makes a product in a bottle. Okay. And it's a very amazing product. And I saw the product this last weekend, and I talked to him about white labeling, and the brother didn't know what that was. So I had to educate him. I said, all right, I want to buy your product in bulk and put my label on it. And he said, sure. I wish somebody would buy my product in bulk because it's an amazing product. So I know we have a marketing reach, and we have a network. So we'll buy it from you in bulk, white label it, put our name on it, and send it out to market. It's a win-win for everybody.
And one of our first events that we did, this is what really put us on the map. We launched our business December 2018. February 2019, we met another business owner who was doing princess events. And, we said, hey, you know what? We would love to host a princess spa party. So she agreed. She came in and she provided that service. We provided, our other entertainment, and our event sold out. Now, she was really good at marketing, and marketing was one of the things that Dwayne and I struggled with in our previous business. So I was able to learn and watch how she marketed our event. And then going forward, I was able to use some of those techniques in our business, and that helped us to grow. So again, I was able to white label her service, and I was able to collaborate and utilize her skill set, which then taught us a new skill set that we were lacking. So, and the last point that, because I know for the sake of time, the last point that we were talking about when it comes to, starting a business with no money down is with little money down, without breaking the bank. You want to make sure that you are taking your payments legit.
Yes.
Cash is good.
Stay away from Cash App, people.
Yes, cash is good, but you want to try using platforms like PayPal or Square or Stripe. Those platforms, it's a credit card processing system, for the sake of those who don't know, that allows you to take credit card transactions. You pay a small fee each time the transaction goes through, but it's secure. If anything happens, they would, reach out on your behalf to investigate and so forth. So because we were consistently bringing business in, at the time we were using Square a lot. Like Square was our go-to processing. So that allowed us to generate enough money on that platform. So what Square ended up doing, they reached out to us and told and asked
Listen
if
up.
we wanted to, and they offered us a line of credit, but they call that working capital.
And it's not dependent on a credit score whatsoever. They're watching how many transactions your business is processing. They're seeing that you're making consistent money, and based on those numbers, they can offer you a line of credit.
Yep. So it's called working capital. So working capital, like Dwayne said, it allows you to, they give you access to money without running your credit. And then what happens is now they charge you like a very small fee. I think they charged us like $75 at the time, and they gave us like $1,300. So those are the 3 points that I wanted to touch on. It was make sure you have a good bluff. Utilize your network collaboration, and use the credit card processing system so that you can get working capital. Those are 3 of the major points that we wanted to touch on.
Yes, and let me tell you something. Business is a journey. Don't beat yourself up. All right, it's actually, hi Brandy. It's actually a journey, and be compassionate with yourself. You're going to make some mistakes. Not everything is going to be perfect. We're still learning. Like, the way that we did business earlier on, we did it with the mindset that we had to create a product or a service that was, innovative and new, and then, get that information out to the world and then draw. I mean, yeah, you can do it that way, right? That's the easy, hard way. Or should I say the hard, easy way?
Correct.
Right. Right. But there's the easy way that we learn later on, which is in business, you don't always have to reinvent the wheel. So there are other ways that you can launch a business without having to spend those years and years of proving the business, getting it out there, marketing. There's such a thing as franchises, and I think it's not talked about in our community enough.
No, it's not.
Right. It really isn't. And I just want to share something really quick. Let me share my screen with you guys. All right. Here we go. All right. So, all right, that's us. And that's also us. All right. 2003, no babies, freshly married. 2012, 2 babies back in New York. And 2020, family of 6. We
Correct.
are on our way, right? And all of our family members participate in our businesses. But I just wanted to let you guys know this, just in case you're not already in business, right? Some of the advantages of being a business owner versus, working a job. And there's nothing wrong with working a job, right? But listen, there's better things out there, right? So why not you, right? Why don't you deserve better things, right? So if you make $100,000 working a job as a W-2, you're going to pay 24% federal tax. And they're going to take that tax before the money even comes out. So they're taking $24,000 out of your $100,000 before you even see it. So, that's going to leave you back with like, what is that? 76?
Yeah.
76,000, right? Whereas as a business owner or 1099, the government actually gives you favorable tax treatment. Number one, by allowing you to keep your money until end of year, right? And then they let you deduct expenses like phone, cars, car insurance, food depending on the business, part of your rent, clothes. There's so many dinners, like there's so many things that you can write off, meaning that you can tell the government this money went into my business, me growing my business. So let's say you got 90,000 of expenses, right? Then what that means to the government is you only made 10,000 that year. They're not going to look at the 90,000 of expenses. So they're only going to tax the 10,000. And not only are they only going to tax the 10,000, they're not going to tax it at the 24% they tax employees. They'll tax it at the 12%, right? So 12% of the 10K. Now, instead of paying 24K in taxes, you're paying 1,200.
Yep.
Right. So, I started talking about franchises, and when we think about franchises, oftentimes we think that it's out of our reach. And that's because most of them are, because they're really expensive to start the conversation, right? As you can see here on the screen, McDonald's is $1 million just to start the conversation. That's not $1 million credit. That's $1 million cash, right? 7-Eleven starts at 100,000. And you know, those are big numbers. They even got the new ones. What is it? Amazon delivery. You can buy a route, right? You see the gray Amazon vans?
Yep.
10,000 to get started, right? Well, we actually in our journey, we actually came in contact and with a mentor that showed us how to get into the franchise business for less than 5,000. And we've been on that journey now. That journey for what 6 years? 6 years. I don't know if you guys remember Chanel saying something about 2016, but that was when we got on this journey. And there are franchises out there that you can start for less than 500.
Correct.
One of the main advantages of a franchise is that you do not have to reinvent the wheel.
That's
it's
right.
already a proven system that works, right? And another advantage is they have a whole system there to support you so that you run less of a risk of making mistakes, like not handling your books right? Not knowing where to go for a distributor. You know what I mean? Things like that it took us years to do in our personal businesses. In the franchise, we don't have to deal with that because it's already proven and the system is already in place.
So the question is, why is in our community, why is franchising not talked about more often? Why is it that, we're pushing, starting a business from scratch? Nothing wrong with that. But if back in 2007, when we first wanted to learn how to get into entrepreneurship, if we knew how to get into franchising, I more than likely think that we would have went that route
Exclusively
because we were looking for mentorship, and that's pretty what a franchise is. It's a mentorship program that allows you to come in on their system, and they teach you how to run it, and it's successful because you see them doing it.
Right, and you can look at the numbers. Right, because franchises, they got to tell you. So we would like to share that opportunity. We know that this call was a short call. We wanted to pack you guys with value. We wanted to give you some practical stuff to use, like what we used in our children's entertainment / event space business, in case that's the route that you've gone. But if you don't want to go through the proving stage, or even if you do want to go through the proving stage with your own business, but you want to be in an environment with successful entrepreneurs that have already gone to where you're trying to get to, which is what happened with us, just being in that franchise space with other entrepreneurs that had other businesses outside of that space, and they had success already and they were able to pour into us. We took that information and made our businesses more successful.
Absolutely.
So you can reach out to us, www.calendly.com/Dwayne Hall.
Yeah, and then you guys can just click on mentorship when you get onto the platform.
All right, and that'll allow you to book and sit down with us, and we'll go over, if you're interested in those franchise options, we can show you what options are out there for you. I just want to share. Bear with us because this is our first time
using StreamYard.
StreamYard, so we're almost back to the main screen. There we go.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, so we just wanted to thank you guys for being on this call today. We hope that you guys got a lot of value from this. Yes. And feel free to ask us any questions, reach out to us, whatever the case might be. And
we want to thank Lanice for having us here. Lanice, it's been awesome. We thank you for trusting us with your audience.
Absolutely.
And listen, take the lead, because my thing is this. I got scared out of the employee space. I did. One day it just hit me like a ton of, when you ever get one of those eureka moments. I was looking at one of my friends on the job, and they were like about 20 years older than me, and they had been working that job for 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. And in that one moment, I got scared, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to spend 30 years at this job, especially since the both of us hated it there. Like, I don't want to spend the next 30, 20 years doing what he was doing. And I made the change. And, now me and my wife, we get to spend our days together. We were in the park today with the kids flying kites. And you get your time back as a business owner. So I'll close with that. Thank you. Thank you, family.
Thank you so much. This was very, very, very good content. I want to put your information up again. If you all are just catching this, make sure that you watch the replay. I want to say this was really, really good. I'm getting a little feedback. Sorry. Are you guys getting feedback when I'm talking? I hope
No,
not.
I don't hear anything. You sound great on our end.
Wonderful. This was really, really good. If you guys are just now catching this, make sure you watch the replay. There was some very great content in this, especially if you're looking to start a business and why you definitely should consider it, even if you don't have the money up front. Some tips that was shared today by Mr. and Mrs. Hall, even how they made the mistakes and then going forth, how they learned from that. I love the idea of how you shared how you created the packages and then you called it bluffing. Really, you know, you were going to give it and you did. You provided the services.
Absolutely.
You let them know what you were going to do. And so basically you marketed the information of what they were going to get. And then once they brought the packages, then you went out and got what you needed to provide the services. And so sometimes we don't think that way. We think we have to have everything perfect. We're looking to have everything all together. We find every reason not to go versus every reason why we should. And so that's what you guys did. You found every reason why can I not do this? What's holding me back? Okay, I may not have $500, but this package deal, if they do this package deal is going to cost $500.
There you go.
So if I get one person to buy the package deal, guess what? I can get everything I need. And not only can I do theirs, but I can do 5 more people. So guys,
there you go.
You don't need anything to stop you. Okay. So go ahead, put your marketing package together. What does your package deal consist of? All right. We don't have, and then, I mean, it was just so much content. And then I love this because I think this is a misunderstanding a lot that if someone is doing the same thing that you're doing, that you cannot work with them. No, you need to leverage that community. How can we work together so that we're both winning? You know, I even think about like you work with kids and youth, like, okay, we all can't serve every single youth, but you know, I'm doing this piece, you're doing that piece. How can we work together? You know what? Even if we're both doing a child care, they might outgrow here. They might have too many kids. My daycare can only hold this many. They have 5 kids. Okay, you can only serve 3. Let me get the rest of them kids. How can we work together? Like, we have to learn that sometimes the people that we think is our competition might be the ones that teach us how to grow our business. And you talked about that too, working with other people where you learn from them. The one person was good in marketing and you really learned some tips by just working with them. Like, we have to be like very mindful. And I even want to say that for those that are in the workplace right now. While you're in the workplace, what you learning for your own business, if that's what you desire to do, come on, keep your eyes open. Don't be asleep. Don't be sleepwalking. Come on, eyes wide open. There was just so much. And this was rich, you guys. I'm telling you, this was so good. People be talking about their credit all the time, saying, I don't have good credit. And we are so quick. I know I do it too. Cash at me, Venmo me.
No.
But you cannot track that. It's not trackable. That's what you got. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I got this. If y'all didn't get nothing else out of this, get that message, y'all. I'm gonna have to. You said use a processor. So get y'all some PayPal, get something, Square, something like that. And when your business, because they need to see that income coming into your business. And then guess what? You talking about your credit bad? They don't care. They see that money coming into your business, and you might get you a call talking about, we want to give you some capital. Woo! That line of credit, right? Come on. Right. Yeah, honey, that will take you to the bank right there. If y'all missed this, y'all missed the treat here. And I mean, it was so much. This was so much. And then even talking about franchises, you are so right. Because I even think about marketing level businesses and things. Some people don't like them, some people do, but that's the same kind of concept. You have a built-in system. But franchises are a built-in system. They work, you know? And so we will spend all this money when you have a system already set up to win. So you guys, come on.
And sis, can I add one more thing?
Y'all didn't even get into that. There's write-offs for the kids. There's so much to that piece too, but we didn't have enough time for all that. Put your kids on your business too. That's a whole
Yeah.
that's a whole different money saver there.
Talk
as
to your
well.
tax person. That'll benefit you tax wise
Yep.
if your kids work in your business. All right. I want to say one last thing, right?
Mhm.
Listen, some money is better than no money. So let me tell you something. If me and you, Lanice, is in the same business and I'm booked out for Saturday night, you're not my competition, Lanice. You are an extended business partner. I'm going to call Lanice up and say, Lanice,
Oh, that's good.
can I refer this client to you for a referral fee?
That's right.
And Lanice going to say, sure, I give you 10%. Because guess what? She would have got $0 because she didn't have nobody booked for that night. But because I had an extra, and instead of just turning the person away, I keep it in the community. So I hit Lanice up, say, Lanice, are you available? You got a spot open for this time? Yeah, I got a spot open. I'm sending somebody to you right now. And Lanice sends me 10% because something is better than nothing. 90% is better than zero.
Absolutely. We just
Come on,
made
extended business partners. Y'all dropping these nuggets. Let me eat it up. Woo, I'm full on today, y'all. This was good. This was good. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy said she here. She here for it. Okay. And she didn't tag like 50, 100 people. Come on.
I
She
see.
know
Thank you
good.
so much,
She know
Brandy.
good content. My friend knows good content when she hears it. This is some good content, y'all. I'm not lying. This is good. Now I was so tired today. Y'all done woke me up. Y'all done literally woke me up. This was good.
I need some dipping sauce for these nuggets. So listen, Lanice, so check this out. Over the weekend, we just made money doing 2 face painting parties, one Saturday, one Sunday. We never lifted a finger. We never painted anybody's faces, but we still made money.
I wasn't even in town.
That's all I gotta say. We didn't even go to the party, but we still made money.
Network.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Everybody eat. Everybody win.
That's it.
We have to change our mindset. That's what it's a mindset, thinking that if I share, oh, because you do face painting, I can't share what you know. Extended. Oh, everybody, when you see this, put that in the chat. Extended business partner. Come on.
Right. Extended business partners.
That is so good, y'all. Okay, I'll keep going because this was good. This was really good. I thank y'all.
Hey, don't be stealing my term. If you send me a 10% check, it's not stealing. So just let you know that.
It's all good. It's all yours.
Economics.
That's right.
That's group economics.
Yes. We all about that. Shantina Gladney, if Shantina Gladney was on, she would love that. She has a beautiful place. It's called the Collective here in Wisconsin, where there are businesses all in this one location, and all small businesses are all located there. Why? For exactly what you're saying, putting our economics together. It makes sense. Why everybody go buy one building when economically we all can be in a business together? Come on, we can do this. So yes, I love that. I love what you guys are saying. I love what you're doing. I love what you're bringing. And so I thank you guys today for sharing. And if you all want to connect with Mr. and Mrs. Hall, the information is shown right there. I also put it in the chat box. Again, I thank you both for joining us today. Any last final words before we bid goodbye?
Your family is your biggest business partners.
Ooh. Mic drop.
Mic drop that mic. Your family is your biggest business partners. A lot of times, and when I say family, I don't mean your relatives.
Clarify.
I mean your family. If you are married, your spouse. If you have children, your children. That's your family. Mm-hmm. Sit down and say, okay, based on all of our skill sets, what can we do in this business so that we can make this business grow so it can pour back into all of us? Mm-hmm. We have our children doing our marketing sometimes. They do our website sometimes.
That's part of their homeschool.
They come out with us when we're prospecting for new business, or when we have to work certain gigs, or anything that we're doing. We have them from the 2-year-old down to the 17-year-old. We have 2, 4, 13, 14, 2, 4, 14, and 17. They've been with us since the 2 older ones was 9 and 12.
They watched it happen.
They've been working with us.
Yep.
So
It's
yeah,
their business as much as it's ours.
that's my last takeaway. Start looking at your family as an asset and not a liability, because they're not.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both. We appreciate you for sharing your knowledge here at the Speaker Circle. Have a very, very blessed night.
Awesome.
Thank you, family.
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thank you all for joining us here at the Speaker Circle. I'm so grateful that you guys have joined us for another evening. And remember, we will be here next month with another great topic right here live for you. Why? Because we want you to grow here at the Speaker Circle. Have a great evening.